Hi everyone, my name is Noor and I'm an IYLEP from 2014. Today we're gonna help you with writing the essays. So before you start writing the essays, here's some tips for you. Tip number one is never ever ask anyone to write the essays for you, because you're the one going to America, not the other person, and they want to know about you and your life, not the other person. So these essays have to be in your own words and have to be from your own life. And tip number two is to be honest. Don't try to lie, don't try, to exaggerate stuff, and be simple with your words. Like, don't be scared that, your sentences are like way too simple, or use simple words, or you don't use one of these complicated words that you can't even pronounce. Just try to use simple words like the one you use like in your normal life, and it's gonna be enough as long as you can, deliver the idea. Make it simple. So what I'm gonna do today is just give you an idea of each essay, each question. I'm gonna try to give you an idea of what you should write and, kind of explain the question for you. How are you an effective leader? We're gonna start with, what is a leader? Okay, so a leader is someone who can inspire others to be something else or to do something good in community, just like, in general, to inspire other people. Because a leader is, not someone who leads by force. It's someone who leads by example. So you do something and other people are going to be inspired by you, or you tell people something and they're going to be inspired by what you said. And in this way you are a leader. So a few things you might have done in your life that make you a leader is, maybe at school, are you a good student? Do the other students look up to you and think, oh, I want to be like that person? Maybe you have good grades and people the other students come to you for help or want to be like you, or something like that. Or maybe you have a brother or a sister and you always, try to educate them and you try to tell them stuff and, just in general, try to, inspire them to be something. Or maybe even your family, when you see them doing something wrong, maybe you try to tell them it's wrong, explain to them why it's wrong, why you think it's wrong. All this stuff makes you a leader. So maybe you do one of this stuff, or maybe you do something else. Just try to write what you do, what you think makes you a leader. Okay, so number two, strength and weakness. What do you think is, what do you think makes this community strong? What do you think something good in this community, in your school, in your house, in your town? What do you think something good? Do you think maybe because the families, spend their time together, maybe they help each other? Is this something good? Do you think this was what makes us a strong community? Iraq have been through a lot of wars, so there must be a reason why we are still alive. And there must be a reason why do we get into a lot of wars. So just try to explain from what you see, whether it was in your school or in your community, what is something that you think is good, the strength of this community, and what do you think is the bad thing? Question number three, what is a challenge or an experience in your life that helped you shape who you are now? Okay, so try to think back, maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, when you were a kid, when you were middle school, maybe elementary school, or there has to be something in your life, or there's a moment in your life where you choose to take this path instead of that path. And this is what made you who you are today. So go back to that moment and try to remember what happened and why did it happen. Why did you choose this path instead of that path? It's it has to be something something big, something that really shaped you. Number four, knowledge, skills, and abilities. What does the program mean to you? Why do you want to join? What do you think, what do you hope to gain from this? What do you want to do there? Just explain everything you want to learn there and everything you want to gain there. Then try to give them an idea of how can you use it. Question 5. So everyone in their life have met someone who's different than them. Maybe it's a different race or different religion, different sexuality, different gender, whatever it is, we all are different than each other. So then you probably read an article or a story or saw it on TV or whatever it is, you saw someone who's different or read something for someone who's different than you and you learned something. What made it different than the other time you learned something from someone? Maybe it's because you never thought that you could learn about them, or maybe because there is also a few questions about your English language that you have to answer. The first one is, how can you describe your speaking abilities? Like, they don't ask you for a lot, just like, few sentences. Just try to tell them, how do you think your speaking abilities is? Maybe you speak English at home, you speak English with your friends, or it's like, just try to explain how much you speak English and how good you speak it. Second one is, describe your listening abilities. And do you watch movies in English? Maybe you listen to music in English. Maybe you even like watch, TV programs in English. Just try to describe how much you can understand from this stuff. When someone speaks English, do you think you can understand them well? The third question, what aspects of your English language do you want to develop? So maybe you think you're good at speaking, but you have a lot of problem with understanding people when they talk in English, so you want to develop your listening skills. It's okay. Or maybe you are good at listening, but you feel a little shy, or you just have a lot of problem with the speaking, so you want to develop your speaking skills. Or I don't know, you want to develop like your writing skills, whatever it is, just write it down, and that's it. So I hope this was good for you, like it helped you. And I do repeat again, don't ever, ever, ever ask someone to write the essays for you. And don't be afraid of mistakes. If they know that English is not your first language, and they know that you're just trying to explain yourself, so don't be afraid of mistakes and be honest with them. And good luck. That's it.